All right. Hello, everyone. Looks like we're live. We have Lori from the Way of Positive Change joining us for Tarot Tuesday today. How are you doing, Lori?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be here. I've missed
Yeah.
you.
Yes, I've missed you too. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I've had a lot happen. I mean, we had Easter, I
Yeah.
had a grandbaby. I mean, all kinds of
Yeah.
crazy things happen. Yeah,
Well, I'm glad to have you join us today. Um, and I'm sorry that things have been really busy for me too. With
sure.
I've been doing a lot of shows, and then just I've been a little distracted lately, but getting stuff together for these Reiki classes when I'm ready to jumpstart that, and readings. So I don't know. I feel like the last couple week or two, like the universal energy's just been really kind of weird, and
It has been.
um, like that focus is a little off. But yeah, I'm so glad you could join us today.
It's my pleasure. I'm
Yeah.
excited. We've got a lot of really great questions.
Yes, we got a lot to talk about. Me and Lori are going to do political world event questions. Lori has a couple that we want to read on before, but um, yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead and write them in the chat, all caps, a couple heart emojis. We'll get to as many as possible. And if we don't get to your question today, I will be doing a show with Mel, so make sure to send a question then on Thursday, and then Friday, Kevin Lewis, the healing medium, is going to be on, and we're going to do personal questions. So looking forward to all of that. Please do me a favor and please hit that thumbs up and please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to Lori's channel, The Way of Positive Change, please do that. Getting really close to 7,000 subscribers. So once I do, we'll be doing a free reading and a free Reiki session giveaway.
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to that.
You're coming up very quickly.
Yeah, it's really grown. I just did a 5K. I think it was December. So yeah,
That's very fast.
like almost 5 months, and I think almost 2,000 subscribers. So yes, it's been a lot of fun. I've been really excited with all the growth. So no, we're not doing personal political questions today. All right. So you had a couple questions you wanted to get
Yes.
into. If you want to share those, we can do some of those, and then we'll get into some of the chat questions.
Okay. One comment here was from Rose Blue.
Hmm.
Will Texas Governor Greg Abbott leave office for a big story or legal reasons by January 24th?
Mm.
January of 2024, excuse me. So before this coming January, will Texas Governor Greg Abbott get in trouble, legal trouble, or have a big problem where it causes him to leave office?
Mm.
Will he
Okay,
stay? Will he stay, or will he go
let's take a look.
by January 2024? I'm sure she has her reasons for the January
Yeah,
line. Oh, thank you. Patricia's posting questions. God love her.
thank you so much. Yeah, that helps a little bit, especially for these ones. So I'll just put it up there. That's interesting.
It is interesting.
It's interesting because I get a lot of movement and then a bit of a retreat. I don't know if I see him leaving, but I feel like there is a lot of big breaking news, big things coming because I have the Chariot and the Six of Wands. So this is like really quick movement coming in. Like somebody going to attack for him. He's thinking he's all victorious, and then he's got the Four of Swords, so he has to take that step back a little bit, retreat, and reevaluate what's going on. He. I don't think he's leaving by then, but he's contemplating his moves. So he's taking a step back and thinking, Okay, I think it's a possibility at this point that he realizes he may need to resign, but does he actually do it by then? I don't know, but there's a lot of big stuff coming for him. What are you
Yeah.
thinking of?
I think he's heavily involved with another man and they get into trouble and there's lies and deceit.
Mm-hmm.
But I do get this very interesting. I also get the same as you about as far as him leaving. By that time frame, I don't get leaving, but I feel like his career is coming to an end
Yeah.
because he is definitely in legal trouble
Yeah, and it feels financial related with that Five of
with that
Pentacles.
Five of Pentacles. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that this has not come out. We do not. This has not been uncovered yet.
Yeah.
And he hopes
Maybe
it
too.
doesn't get uncovered, but it will be.
Maybe too. It's about with that Five of Pentacles. That can often be the card of the refugee. So his treatment towards the migrants.
The migrants, that's what she was thinking, I think, because there's something going on down at the border or a border camp or something.
Yeah.
So it's going to be ugly, and there's a lot of justice swords there. You know, I mean, in total, first of all, the moon is there, so he hasn't been honest, of course. But we
Right.
have 1, 2, 3,
Three.
4 out of the 10 in the
Yeah.
Celtic cross.
Okay.
So he's going to be, and this has not surfaced yet. Still coming. And this is another Virgo card. I'm telling you, I don't know what the astrology is. I'm going to have to start paying attention to it for August and September. But it just looks like what's coming off the news are going to be off the rails, like off the chart.
Yeah. I'm feeling, especially like it feels like September feels really huge, like towards the fall. I'm not sure of the astrology. I'm not very knowledgeable about the astrology, although I'm always fascinated to hear some of the astrologers on YouTube and their takes on stuff. But
I'm a novice. I love it. I understand a lot of it.
I don't.
And I can look at someone's chart and tell them where their north node is and south, and where all their planets are, and what a lot of that means. But I don't get me on all the conjunctions and all. It's
Right.
I understand a lot of it, and I love a lot of the astrologers. I'm just a huge fan. Yeah.
Yeah, same. Yeah, but it feels like there's three big things that are going on by that time that are being heavily investigated. And I think maybe that's that Three of Wands too. It just feels like, yeah, he thinks he's all of that, and he's just like, well, I'm gonna get past this. I'm gonna get past this. And then that third time it comes up, he's like, okay, I have to take a step back. Like, do I resign? I don't think he's going to, or at least not right yet. By that point, I mean January 2024, but yeah, I think it's in the back of his mind by there that may have to happen.
Yeah, I hope Beto O'Rourke has his hands all over in that somehow.
Right. What were some of the other questions you had?
Okay, one of the other questions I have, this is, oh my God. I just pulled a Mel. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
All right, well, I was looking at the community page and I forgot to shut it off. Okay. Senator just announced, Senator Markey, I believe, of Delaware, and Senator Elizabeth Warren and Representative Ayanna Pressley are calling, well, Markey especially is calling for the resignation of Supreme Court Justice, I hate saying that in front of his name, Clarence Johnson. Did I say his name right? Clarence
Thomas. Did you say Thompson?
I did.
It's okay.
Okay, so anyway, they're calling for him to resign, and they are activating this because of what happened with him not disclosing the money stuff. They also want to elect 4 more justices, and they're doing it in the recent rulings and shadow dockets on the abortion and Roberts Court for the abortion and the shadow dockets. They've also been joined by Minnie Tamaraju, the president of NARAL, the pro-choice group, And there are 30 other progressive groups called the Justice Majority Campaign. So I want to know if they're going to be successful, because Congress are the only people that can take out a Supreme Court justice.
Right.
I know a lot of the readers are saying his health is going to take him out, Clarence Thomas. But I want to know if they're. I just want to know if they're going to be successful getting these other 4 judges on, and
Okay.
I just want.
So do we want to look to see if they're going to be able to get 4 more justices added to the court?
Yeah, will they be able to do that and get it and shed light on these issues and help get Thomas removed?
Okay.
And it's the Just Majorities Campaign.
Just Majority Campaign.
They're going to go all over the United States. They're going to hear a lot. It was just announced today.
Okay. What's the name one last time? Just what?
Just Majority Campaign.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Patricia wrote the question out again.
Thank you.
I wish I could do that. Okay. I cannot wait to see what you've got.
I see a lot of energy around it. And they're very determined. I think it's going to be a tough road for them, but let's see. Yeah, because I have the 9 of Wands representing the situation first. So this is, they're tired of all the corruption, but this is also a bit of a battle. It's perseverance through the battle, but they're working very hard. They're very determined. So that perseverance is going to take them places. Yeah, exposing. I see a lot of more stuff that they're exposing. For me, it feels like with Thomas and also maybe some other justices, conservative justices, the corruption involved. I see them making a lot of deals, and it's like there's a lot of energy. It's a new beginning for them. They are really going to head things into a new direction. I see them taking this coming through as Thomas to me. So there's definitely a battle. I don't know. I'm not feeling the 4 justices being added, or not yet anyway. For me, it feels like it's a lot of attacks against the corruption and making big deals and with other people and just like growing this movement is what it feels like for me. What are you picking up with it?
I think that it's a tough road, but I get that they're fighting and they're going to make it. And listen, they're going to uncover some secrets and they're going to go after the young people with all these pages here, and they're going to hold a lot of rallies.
Yeah.
And they're going to get it.
Oh, interesting.
Victory and victory. They are going to get their wish, and some things that they're fighting for are going to happen. I'm really happy.
Yeah, it feels like it's a movement is what I was picking up.
Yeah.
It's
it's big.
Momentum. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Like I said, I think it's going to take some time. So, and I definitely see Thomas being removed. Maybe this is stress at being added to him with things being exposed in this movement. I see Thomas resigning though, is what I feel like. He will resign. I don't think he'll be forced out. I do feel like there may be justices added, but I feel like that's going to be a little while away.
Yeah, we didn't put a time frame on it.
Right, and that could be absolutely success.
It's growing, and they're going to get it.
Yeah, I love it.
And there's more to be revealed, so I'm really, really, really happy about this. So keep your eye on the Just Majority Campaign and Ayanna Pressley, Senator Markey, and Senator Elizabeth Warren.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Then the only other really big question I had was about Joe Manchin. He's threatening. He's such a pinhead.
Right.
He's such a jerk. Does anyone? I like. How does he keep? Why are people not
It's
voting in West Virginia?
it's a shame because honestly, I think in West Virginia, I think Joe Manchin's the only Democrat that you're going to get in there. So does he, does he accept a lot of money to be an obstructionist? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Is it better to have him in the Congress rather than a Republican? I think so, but not a whole. It's not that great either. So, um, I mean,
No.
I think with cinema, um, I see her going and being replaced with a Democrat. Manchin, I feel like he may be in there for a while, and honestly, it's better because we're not going to have a Democrat in West Virginia that could actually take that seat. I don't think, besides him.
I believe in miracles.
Right, right. I mean, it could happen. It's very unlikely, though, is what I'm feeling.
Well, let's just see. He's threatening to repeal the Inflation Reduction Bill, his own bill.
Mm.
He's. I'm not. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't put the question up right, Patricia. What I want to know is he going to cause a big problem, or will he be overruled? Will he be
Okay.
successful in causing a big problem with this Inflation Reduction Bill? That's
And
what I
why is
want.
he doing that again?
Because he said that some of the cost needs to be brought down, some of the agreements of what he agreed to put it through aren't being met, and he's just a pinhead.
Mm.
Let's just see if he's going to cause a big problem or not.
Right.
If we could, please.
I'll give Joe Manchin my deck of oppositions that I usually use for the nasty Republican.
Okay, good.
I think it's exactly what he deserves.
He gets the nasty deck.
He gets the nasty deck.
Yeah, but not the good kind of nasty, the bad kind. We need to get ProPublica to start investigating him.
Mm. Well, I told you, I've said it before. I don't know if we've talked about it. I feel like all of this looking into all of the corruption and this dark money channels and buying politicians and all of that, I feel huge momentum this fall, like coming out about lots of Republicans and I think even some Democrats. So maybe Joe Manchin very well could be involved in that as well.
Yeah, that would be good.
It's a huge story. It's just waiting to come. And maybe that progressive group, maybe they're the start of it too.
Yeah, maybe they'll rip up Citizens and BlackRock and
eventually, yeah.
Yeah. I do feel like he's going to cause a big problem.
Mm.
It might not be the biggest ever, but somebody's giving him money to make a problem because he's struck a deal here. I'm not sure, and it doesn't look really good. It's fraught with swords and ridiculous things.
Yeah.
Let's see what you've got.
Well, he's definitely up to something. I'm just going to throw a couple more cards.
Okay.
I don't see him being successful with what he's doing, but he's got a plan. Okay.
Yeah, Callie Healer. We're all the readers are getting. We've been getting August and September for a long time. Yeah.
I think I think even October feels pretty big to me too, like significant. Yeah. So I feel like we still have a lot of significant stuff going on. There's going to still be stuff that trickles into the summer that's big, but then it's going to just breaking news this fall too. So
because we keep getting the Strength card and the Hermit card, so that would actually be the latter part of July.
That's my first card out is the Strength card. Okay. So he's going in confident. He's got the Seven of Swords, so there's obviously some kind of agenda here, some kind of sneaking around, and he's like, well, I have the strength in the situation. I'll make it happen. I see him causing some problems. He's got the Two of Wands reversed, and so in this deck you can see it's like that journey is climbing uphill. It's very trying. It's a hard journey that he's trying to make things harder. Um, but I get Five of Swords in reverse, so this is being defeated. So whatever this agenda, whatever this plan is, I don't think it's going to be successful.
Okay.
Although he's going to make sure that it's a hard journey to get up. I get a King of Wands too, and so maybe this is that whoever he's bought and paid for in his ear, like, okay, uh, we need to change things up with this bill. And then my last card out is the Queen of Wands. So I don't know if this is some female making a big impact of keeping the bill together. Maybe it's a Republican, one of the moderate, like Susan Collins or Murkowski, coming in to save it. I don't know if any of them voted for the American Rescue Plan. Probably not.
It's
But I see it being
it's
okay.
the inflation reduction bill.
The Inflation Reduction Bill. Okay.
I know there's so many, it's hard to come.
Right.
If I don't write it down, I lose it. That's right.
Right. Right. But I see it being okay. But he's definitely he's got an agenda there. Throwing some kind of wrench in the plan. What are you picking up? Lori, are you still there? You're frozen on my screen. Can somebody tell me, is Lori frozen on
I'm back
on
now.
Oh, you're good now.
Okay. I
What were
lost
you
you
saying?
too.
Okay, yeah, that was weird. I didn't know if it was me or if it was you. You were just frozen on my screen. So
Okay. Well,
looks
we're
all
back.
good now.
If that happens, I'll go out and come back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what were
All
you
right.
picking up with that?
Well, I get that he's going to mouth off and cause problems.
Mouthwash. Okay, so
Yeah.
he's got some kind of agenda, some kind of plan there.
Yeah.
Um,
He's getting paid too. He's in cahoots with someone
right.
to do this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's all I got.
Cool, cool. All right, everyone. Well, let's look at some of your questions. I got some questions started. If you have a political or world event question, go ahead and write it in all caps. Um, I definitely. Somebody said something about Neil Gorsuch, which I just heard of. I think we were talking about it a little bit too.
We were.
And we definitely have to touch up on Tucker Carlson and maybe Biden's energy around him, because he just announced. We all knew he was going to run for re-election, but
Mm-hmm.
let's take a look at Gorsuch. Or do we want to just take a look at the overall energy of the Supreme Court
Sure.
with all of these being exposed? So is this just, I don't know, is this just him and Clarence Thomas, or is this a bigger story and a lot more people being involved and a lot more news and light being shed on this?
Okay.
Let's take a look. And then if we want to just do a throw on Gorsuch to see maybe if this leads to him leaving afterwards. But
So we're just asking at the overall energy of
the Supreme Court.
of the Supreme Court coming up.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because I couldn't believe they, invited Roberts to come answer questions to the Senate, and he's like, "Nah, I don't think I'll do that."
Oh, really? I hadn't heard of that.
Oh yeah, he ducked out.
No.
He ducked out. He said no.
Interesting. I felt, I'll just say, share my hits that I've gotten before. I definitely feel Thomas leaving, and at some point Kavanaugh too, but I think that he may be like the last of the three. But I was feeling Roberts may have to leave just because probably the scandal and the stress of all of this finally just getting to enough to him where he's like, this isn't worth it anymore. That's what I was kind of feeling.
And hopefully they can keep digging on his wife's involvements of placing high-powered attorneys at
Maybe
these
that's
big
it.
law firms. They got to, ProPublica's like a pit bull now.
Right,
They
right.
just came out with the Gorsuch thing. So there's more coming. There's more.
hmm I get that there's a lot more coming, and that this isn't just a little story. I'm feeling three being three big, three people really being heartbroken by all of this big news coming out. And I think eventually, in a bigger sense, it's going to be um, government officials in the House and Senate and just all the corruption, all the dark money. Because I had the Hierophant fly out when I was shuffling, which is like that leader. It can often be like the government too. Yeah, there's a lot of big breaking news coming and a lot of disappointment and heartbreak. And I'm getting the number three really strong here because next to it, I also have the three of Pentacles, which can be the dark money, but it's also a group of people working together for this corruption. Um, I see justice coming, so this is like legal scrutiny and investigations into it about how they're bought and paid for. You know, they're getting money and they're getting money to be bought out to be biased. And I see a lot of changes in what they're allowed to do. So this to me feels like changes with regulation and possibly even term limits for them in the future. But this is going to take a while to get all planned out. But three people getting influenced by all of this is what I'm picking up. It's a big breaking news story.
Yeah, and they'll never be seen in the same light that they were.
Yeah.
They've lost. This was our card of the day.
Which one?
They Nine of Pentacles, but it's on its
Oh.
side, so they'll never be seen in the light that they were seen in the past. They've lost that. They've lost it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to re-ask this question because the outcome card is.
Lori, you're froze on me again. I just heard you. I think you're clearing up now.
I'm still here.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Oh, I can see you now.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we have some storms coming through. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You heard me swear?
I didn't hear you swear. No. Did you? It's okay.
It wasn't a big. It wasn't an F-bomb. So. Okay.
You said that you wanted to relook at it. What was the final outcome that you got?
Yeah, the Three of Cups. So will they? I mean,
maybe that's the three of them though too.
Is there energy going? Yeah,
I have three threes. Yeah.
Will the energy get better?
Yeah, Mercury is retrograde, so we can expect some technical difficulties.
What we went? Yeah.
Okay. Knock on some wood.
That's a good question. Will Asa Hutchinson be the GOP nominee?
Yeah, I have that to start.
Okay, but the energy of the Supreme Court, does it go back up? I just wanted to look one more time. Yeah, their self-enrichment they're never going to be seen this. There's more coming.
Yeah.
It's coming more. They're going to work hard to restore it, but some leave, just like you said. And that's the Three of Swords.
Yeah, that's what I had too. Three of Swords.
And it's three, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they get met with, like the.
And I'm not even picking up Gorsuch being one of the major three leaving. I don't think it's Gorsuch. Okay. The number three could be the three that a lot of readers have been seeing to leave, and then Biden getting, their seats filled too. Yeah, so maybe it's all big energy.
They're going to meet up with the law, and they will be governed by something. Something's going to be instilled and put in place, and they're not going to be happy about it. So
Right.
it's a lot of work going into that. So there is change
Mm.
coming. Hang in there, you guys.
Like I said, it feels like this is a story that's just going to get bigger and bigger. More light being exposed on this for the Supreme Court, but I think the government overall too. So, hi, Colleen the Cool Crone. Hope you're doing well. All right. Did we want to look at Gorsuch to see if he's going to have to leave from this, or do you want to throw cards on it, or do you get
Sure.
an intuitive hit?
We can do a
Throw a
quick one on
couple. I don't want to do anything huge, like a huge big read on it, but
All right. How much trouble will he get? Is he getting into trouble? Gorsuch getting into trouble?
you can go ahead if you're ready.
Okay. Well, I think, you know how Kavanaugh had a gambling
Yeah.
issue and drinking issue? I think Gorsuch has some other money gambling issues coming.
Yeah.
I think he took a chance. There's more. I think we've got the gambling wheel, and there's more we
Okay.
don't know. There's a lot we don't know. And he's really afraid it's going to come out. They know they're digging in his background. I think he's hanging with cuppy people
Mm.
that are a bit cuppy. And he's done some foolish stuff. And there's some money
Yeah. I have a lot
patterns
of
and
money.
patterns and situation. He's in trouble. I think he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I get more information coming out. We have
Yeah.
the Page of Swords, which is the whistleblower, about money that he's holding on to. This is all about security, and money that was given to him. So yes, there's more money information coming out. I agree with you. It feels like he was a little bit disappointed with his finances. Like this is reviewing the finances and seeing if he did enough, if the harvest is going to be abundant for him. So maybe even part of him wishes he would have made more deals with it. I see him being defeated. He's got the 10 of swords. So this is somebody backstabbing him, being defeated. But I think this story is going to be very long and slow for him to leave. I don't foresee him leaving anytime like in the next. I think it's going to be a while.
It's just there. I think some more of the money stuff's coming up here pretty
Yeah,
quick.
absolutely.
Next few months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds more like a reading for Kavanaugh.
To a new career with Penn Fox.
All right, you guys. Let's see. But thank you for the question. Well, thank you for the topic, bringing that up, Susan.
There we go.
All right.
I was trying to look something up about that group, but
Can I just share my hit on? And I was telling Lori about it a little bit with Ucker with an F, Carlson, and him being fired from Fox News. When I saw it yesterday, my intuitive hit that I got was I don't think that they said he was fired, but I do think he was fired as um, and he's just like I think the first of a few because I see the shareholders at Fox being so upset with the Dominion, and then there's more and more cases. So these people that peddled this big election lie, I see them really trying to keep their distance from that. But I was feeling like Tucker may start his own podcast. That's what was coming through for me, or some kind of solo thing rather than a big hosting gig. And for me, it felt like the energy felt very similar to like Alex Jones, where he's not going to have this big company to defend him, and then people start suing him, and then he goes bankrupt and loses all of his money. That's what I was kind of feeling like, because I feel a lot of lawsuits against him, and like all of that security he built up from Fox News, he's going to lose it all. That's what I was kind of coming to me. And you read on him a little bit today. What were you picking up? Were you asking if he was going to run?
If he goes on it, if he goes all on his own
Mm-hmm.
and expecting all his followers to follow him, they will not.
Right.
Not all of them. So he doesn't do as well. That was very, very, very clear. But then I really got, and this was just today at noon, then
Yeah.
I really got some strange stuff on whether he would run for political office. And that came up that he's being talked to about this and that he would have some success if he went that way. And then Big
Interesting.
Steph asked if Ron DeSantis has talked to him yet, Governor DeSatan. And I got, not as of today, but they were going to talk very, very soon. And I got the same cards.
Oh, interesting.
So it was really bizarre.
I was feeling
God.
You're okay. I was watching it on the news, and they were talking about, well, is he going to run on the Republican side? And I felt like there were some aspirations for it, but I don't think for 2024.
You think
Like, maybe he'll consider it, but is it going to be successful? Is he going to be the nominee? Is he going anywhere with it?
Well, let's
No.
look. You want to look at it again?
We can, sure.
See if he's going to do it for 2024.
Okay.
I
feel like a lot of people in his ear, though, telling him, oh, you should run. I feel like there's a lot of that going on. But does he actually announce a candidacy? I don't know. I'm not feeling that for 2024 anyway.
Okay. Well,
we can throw a couple cards, yeah.
Let's just see if
everybody's like, I hope not. Oh my God, no.
If Tucker Carlson will run for political office and be successful in 2024. Will he? Well, let's just ask, is he actually just going to run for something in 2024? Will he enter a race? And
will he run for office?
Will he run for any kind of office in 2024?
Oh, interesting. You guys, I don't want you to worry, because I'm telling you, even if he were to run, I feel Biden winning in 2024. I don't see Republicans doing well in 2024 at all.
Kelly Scarborough says, President Carlson, ? I'm moving to Canada. I'll be right behind you, Kelly.
Right. It's not going to happen, you guys. It's a little bit wishy-washy. Like I said, I feel like people are in his ear telling him, oh, run, run. So there's somewhat of a planning, like, yeah, could I? Should I? I think he's going to have so much burdens, I don't see it being successful. But
is that the 10 of Wands?
Yes, 10 of Wands. So there's a lot of stresses going on, and this could even be those lawsuits coming in. But he may run for something. I don't think he's going to be successful for it. He's making deals with the devil. There's he's got hidden motives, hidden agendas with those that he's here. There is some light shed on this. I feel like he's just going to have too many stresses. But he may run. I don't see it being successful, because he's got a bit of hard work and then the Wheel of Fortune, which could be a yes. He's working hard. This is something that would be destined. I don't see that. I don't see him being successful if he does. But there is some kind of plan. I think people are in his ear talking to him about it.
Oh, maybe there's Big Steph. Hey, Big Steph, she's the one that came up with the question. She said she can see Tucker doing advertisements for DeSatan.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Yes, so that makes sense to me too here. that he might be able to pay him from, but he doesn't. I don't think he has it himself. I think he's getting hit by too much pressure, like you said. I think
Yeah.
something was kaflooey here.
And maybe that devil card, that hidden agenda that I'm picking up, maybe that is advertising or going out and stumping for DeSantis or
Or
whoever,
just
Trump.
Satan is the
Yeah,
devil, right?
right.
There it is. There
Linda
it
G
is.
always says he looks constipated. Yes, please.
There we go. Big Steph solved the whole thing for us.
I don't see it, you guys. If he runs, it's not going to be successful. I'm not feeling it, though. He may run for his life. Yeah, he's got a lot of legal issues coming up.
When that ex-producer of his, Abby Grossman, comes and she starts speaking, she has 90 recordings. 90.
Wow. Yeah, and I hadn't even heard a whole lot about that, but yeah, it feels like, and Dominion, I think, can personally go after him as well. I feel like there's a lot of lawsuits. He may even, like I said, my feeling is he's got all these lawsuits, but he may do his own podcast or something and continue to spew, his crap, and more lawsuits coming up from that. And he's not going to have a big media empire behind him to save him. So it doesn't feel good for him. All right.
Rose
You want
Blue,
to?
I was just going to say, Rose Blue, I didn't get the Florida amendment question, so I don't know what that's about.
Oh.
What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. You wanted to look at if Asa Hutchinson was going to be the
Yes,
PRO?
please. I would like to look
Yeah.
at that.
I haven't got a clear intuitive hit on who it's going to be yet. For me, I feel like there's still so many unknowns that as we get closer, I'll probably see it better. But for me, what I was picking up, I don't know if Tim Scott was speaking, and I don't know, something just really resonated with, like, could he possibly be the nominee? I don't know, if I don't feel like it's Asa Hutchinson, but we can throw some cards. But
Okay. Asa
maybe
Hutchinson.
Tim Scott being a front runner. I feel a male
Asa Hutchinson.
energy for the nominee, and a female VP is what I'm feeling.
Governor Asa Hutchinson.
It could be Nikki Haley as the VP.
Make it to the GOP nominee. Asa Hutchinson. To the GOP nominee. I don't think so. Unfortunately, he had a problem with his son that is still swirling around, and
Oh yeah.
he doesn't have the numbers or the funding yet. He's
Oh,
far,
interesting.
he's far more moderate, so I thought he would actually stand a chance if he could get in there, but he doesn't have the money, doesn't have the coinage right now.
I'm not seeing I'm agreeing with you. I'm not seeing any money in these cards, like funding. It's interesting because I have the Empress and the Whistleblower. So you said there's issues with the son?
There are, yes, with his son. He
That
got
would make
into some
sense
legal trouble.
Okay. And maybe even I don't know, maybe the even the mom or that relationship. There's more information coming out about it.
Okay.
It's interesting because it's a bit all over the place, because I feel like this information, he's got the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning, but it's also being emotional. So I don't think he's going to be very happy with the news. But he does have the Nine of Cups here too. So there is some kind of wishes coming true. Intuitively, I don't feel it though.
Okay.
I'm feeling like scandal coming out that's going to influence it. But like I said, keep an eye on I'm not making a thorough prediction that I think Tim Scott's going to be the nominee, but something resonated weird with me when I saw him speaking. So I haven't seen it clearly who I think it's going to be yet, but I do feel a male with a woman VP is what I'm feeling.
Okay.
They haven't shown themselves to me. I bet you it's Nikki Haley as the VP pick, though. All right. I'm probably good for about another 15 minutes. I have something to do at 4, so so we kind of just touched on that question too.
You want to look at Scott's?
Well, we could if you want to.
Sure. Let's ask this question first.
Yeah. What will happen in 2024 to change voters' minds about Joe Biden? It's only 41% approval, 70% doesn't want him. Well, I'm telling you guys, we don't even have to throw on this. We can throw on Tim Scott. I'll just tell you what I'm picking up. You know, we're still like a year and a half away before the next election, and so while Joe Biden may not be the most popular person, I think between now and then, the shit show that's going to go on with the Republican Party is going to turn off a lot of voters. And so even if he's not the most popular, I see Biden winning in a landslide. I see it being landslide elections for Democrats.
Great.
You have all these young people coming out because, you know, they want to protect their freedoms and their body. They're afraid of all the gun violence. And so, and they're afraid for our democracy too, with as all the corruption that's going on with the Republican Party. And we're starting to see some of that accountability now, but just wait till the end of the year. That's what I'll say, because it's not stopping. This is just going to continue to spiral out of control. So
and Vice President Harris is really going to come out to be a pro-abortion advocate and a women's advocate, and I think more people are going to like her.
Yeah.
Like
well,
her.
Go ahead. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I think her likability scale is going to go up.
Okay, so you see her approval ratings going up?
I think so.
Yeah. And I think it's interesting because a lot of people, I've been asked like the last few months, is Biden going to pick Harris for his VP? I said, yes, he's going to. And they just announced it today that they're running together.
Yeah, I mean, she was all over in the ad.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So that's not going to change.
No.
All right, so we're going to take a look at Tim Scott. Yeah, let's take a look. I don't think he's formally announced yet. I think he's doing exploratory, if I remember correctly.
I thought he did. I would have to Google that, but I'm not going to Google anything else on my phone because it turned my phone back on and then it turned something else on. Okay.
Somebody in the chat will know.
All right, Tim Scott.
I mean, and sure, I'm not trusting the polls right now. Libra Lady says she doesn't think the polls are accurate. I don't think Biden is the most popular person. I think a lot of people are concerned about the age, but I'm just saying any concerns compared to what's going to come out with the Republican Party by the next election, they're not going to be concerned with it. So there's a big amount of time to change things and for those approval numbers to come up.
So we'll say
he's testing the waters. He hasn't formally announced yet.
Right, and he's a rep, right? Representative Tim Scott?
He's a senator.
Oh, he's a senator. Mm-hmm. And he's Florida, right?
He is, I think, he's South Carolina.
Is he South Carolina? Okay.
I could be wrong.
Okay. Senator Tim Scott. Will he be successful with his run for president?
Ooh, I don't think so. He's got awful cards. We'll see. I don't know. I got an intuitive hit about him though. He's got the worst cards here. I'm gonna say no.
Oh my gosh.
And then at the end, it feels funny, or it feels better. That's so weird.
What's the outcome card for him?
The star,
Oh,
but all the cards around him are crap.
I get all crap for him too.
Okay, maybe it's all crap, and then maybe Trump is running, and then at the very last minute they have to put somebody in because he passes or goes away. Because this is awful. He's got the 10 of Wands, so stresses, burdens, feeling very trapped, going within, isolation, the Hermit. But then I get that there's the Devil and the Seven of Swords again. So that this negative, dark plan, and then he's got the new beginning and the karmic star, which is all like the hope and optimism. So it's really kind of weird.
Yeah, but he goes down he does a face plant first. Something goes really, really wonky. Really, really wonky first.
Yeah, you have awful cards for him.
It's bad. It's really bad.
What was your final outcome card? Oh, defeat. Okay.
So maybe, that happens first, and then maybe someone tries to pick him back up. I mean,
maybe
everything's going to go kaflooey when Trump gets indicted again.
Exactly.
And something having to do with.
But wouldn't it be something? What would they do if, let's say Trump got the nomination, which I'm not saying is going to happen, but let's say he got voted the nomination, and then he was in, jailed, or he killed over. Then what would they do if something happened with the nominee where they couldn't be? Would they have another? Would it be whoever was second place, maybe winning it? I don't know. I don't know the logistics, but I just had a really weird feeling when I got Tim Scott. Like I said, I'm not making a prediction. I think he's going to be the nominee. He has awful cards, but feels like something weird with that.
Maybe he gets picked up by somebody after he does a face plant.
Maybe.
Glenn Youngkin said he is not running. Now, he could be lying because look who he is. But he did say he isn't running this season.
Okay.
So, but Sununu is pushing heavy from New Hampshire.
Okay. Is he the governor there now?
Yes.
Do you want to read on that?
I would love to.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. New Hampshire Governor New Hampshire Governor Sununu.
Has he announced yet?
No.
Okay. Because I feel like whoever gets it hasn't announced yet, and maybe that's why I'm not seeing it.
But he's very against Trump, and he says so outright.
Well, you would have to be elected in New Hampshire as a Republican.
He's like, yeah, sorry.
So is he pro-choice and all of that for being a Republican, very middle of the road, or no?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
Okay. Will Governor of New Hampshire Sununu will he go for president? Will he go for it?
We're determined. We're gonna find out who's gonna be the nominee today. He doesn't have really good cards to me either.
What are you getting?
Well, I have the Hangman, which could be like a delay or being like some kind of sacrifice. Maybe this is a delay. Maybe he decides not to announce. He's got the Emperor here, so he's already in a position of power, I think. But then there's the Seven of Swords, which is, some kind of sneakiness with this plan, or maybe it's being very strategic. And it has to do with the family. So sneakiness with his family, or secrets being exposed of the family. Yeah, and then it feels like my final outcome is the Six of Cups, which for me, I'm feeling like a sense of regret of things that he did in his past or something coming up with that. Doesn't feel like good energy to me. What are you picking up?
I don't think he's going to do it. I think he's been approached by
Mm,
big Republican money, and they're floating it around, but he's just uncertain. But I do think I do think he's just sort of uncertain right now. Now I'm not going to say no, no, no. I do think he's thinking about it. So that's kind of
okay.
like your hangman thing. But
Hmm.
there's another man here I think he might heavily endorse.
Oh, interesting. Somebody said Mitt Romney. I don't think he's even expressed that he was going to
I don't
run.
think he would do it again. I think
I
his
don't
four boys said, "You're never doing this again, or we're going to bop you on the head."
Yeah, I don't know, you guys. Like I said, as we get closer, we'll get a better feeling for it. I think when
Yeah.
there's not 2 or 3 people that have announced that they're running, but I don't know. I don't think it's DeSantis, and I don't think it's Trump. Or if it is, like I said, maybe I'm not wishing this for entertainment purposes only. Maybe Trump keels over, and then they're like, "Oh, what do? We have another quick primary or something." I don't know.
We could ask if the next GOP uh, elected nominee for president for 2024 has ever run for the president previously.
Okay.
Want to make that the last question?
Sure.
Okay. Will the person that's elected to be the GOP nominee for the 2024 election for president, has he run for president previously? Pompeo has said that he is not going to run. He made a statement the other day.
Yeah, I heard that too. This is interesting. I'm feeling it. I have one yes card and then 2 that I'm picking up as no. Although I don't typically read like yes or no with the cards like that. I feel the energy more from it. But it's interesting because so I'm feeling no, but I'm feeling like I'm getting the Page of Swords, which would represent a younger male, so maybe not somebody that's quite older, and then the Queen of Cups. Um,
Hmm.
so like there's my male and female ticket again.
Yeah.
And the Queen of Cups here has dark hair. It kind of looks like Nikki Haley a little bit. Um, but like a younger male getting it. I mean, DeSantis isn't too old. I'm not feeling him though.
No.
But I don't think it's an older Republican.
I don't think that it's
Younger.
someone that
You're
held the
right.
office. I think
I
it's
don't either.
somebody that did hold an office, but I don't think it's somebody that ran for president previously.
Right. I agree with that.
What about a quick message for your viewers?
Yeah.
Okay. Since everybody's week last week was all messed up, but Mercury's in retrograde and it's looking like it's doing some stuff.
The energy is super weird. The universe, like I said, it like beginning of March, I just felt super inspired and motivated, and it felt like there was some movement. And then like a week or 2 ago, I was getting some work done, and now it's just like flat, like just totally unfocused and having a hard time with that motivation and just like getting stuff done and yeah, and then like the computer issues with like Mercury retrograde and
Huh.
all of
See,
that.
I'm
I don't know.
exactly the
It's very
opposite.
weird. You're the opposite. Okay.
So, but our signs are different. Our planets
Right,
are in
right.
different places. So the
Hmm.
eclipse might have been more difficult.
Well, I think it
Yeah.
was difficult for Leos or like the fixed signs. I'm a Leo.
Oh, okay.
So, all right. I'm going to do a postcard from Spirit. Sorry,
All
stone
right.
cards here. All right. What's a message for the collective for this week?
Sweetie, Darling, Lulu, maybe John Kasich. That would be good for them.
Maybe, yeah.
That would be scary. I don't want it. I
I'm
like
not a
him though.
fan. He was my governor before DeWine.
Yeah,
He's more sane than Trump, but I was never a big fan of Kasich.
yeah, but he has some sanity though. He is in the sanity group. Yeah,
That is true.
because I've listened to him speak on numerous occasions.
All right. So my message for the collective for this week, Spirit wants us all to know that you are pure joy. They're saying, dear you, now is one of those times you're being asked to add some distance, take a step back, and do nothing but observe. Don't worry about how long it will take to regroup. Just know it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath, slow down, and look at how far you've come. Decisions for the highest good are made when you have clarity, which comes from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. When you step into the role of the observer, it's as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision making process. In this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non-judgmental place. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Take a step back. You'll be glad you did. Love you. And so this actually really resonates with what I was just kind of saying. Like the energy's been a little wonky, but maybe the message with that is just to take a step back, um, be really present in the moment and focus on these goals or these things that you're looking to manifest. Now it's the planning stages, and the energy is going more into the action stage here soon. But become the observer to get that information.
Yeah,
What did you think of that?
I like that too. And I wrote down, I think Big Stuff said there's another lunar eclipse May 5th.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we're in eclipse season right now. So
Right.
all of this. But the energy is heavy. My card of the day came back up again. So it's focused. Our angels and guides are saying, you, Kevin, you, Hilda, you, Sonia, you, Sharon Sype, you guys are the bomb,
Yeah.
You've done your work. It's time to relax. Just keep
Mm.
your positive vibrations on high. Don't worry about the stuff in the world because they're pulling pranks and it's just, they're going to keep pulling and keep
Yeah.
pulling. And there's more stuff and it's going to get worse before it gets better. It's going to get worse before it gets better. But the world card is on its side, and that just means it's time. We're not at the end of this chapter yet. So focus on you, your surroundings, your garden. Tend your garden. That's what I'm going to say with some positive arugula, kale, carrot.
I'm getting my next week. I got like 3 raised beds. And I've never gardened before, but I'm gonna start off with some lettuce and do some tomatoes and cucumbers and all that. So I am so looking forward to spring. For me, my zen is just sitting on the back porch and bird watching. I get the most wonderful birds and just soaking into the beauty of nature, all the pretty flowers in my garden. And so for me, that's like that rest and recharging.
Yeah. So we got similar cards. Just take yourself out of it. Build your own garden.
All right. I love that.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us for Tarot Tuesday, Lori. It was fun. We'll do it again soon.
A great time. Thank you so much, Kevin.
And I have Lori's website in the description box.
Thank you.
So if anybody's interested in a reading, feel free to look in the description box. It's thewayofpositivechange.com, correct?
Yes, thewayofpositivechange.com.
So reach out if you're looking for a reading for her. You can call me or text me, email me, 440-376-4088 or kevinlovingvibrations@gmail.com. I have all of that info in the description box if you want a reading or a Reiki session. And please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Go to Lori's channel and subscribe if you haven't already. We missed your question today. I think I'll be on Mel's channel Thursday, and then Friday I'm doing personal readings with Kevin Lewis. So
wonderful.
All right, you guys. You all have a blessed day, and I will see you all real soon. Take care.